Top of the morning, everybody. Welcome to today's show. So I'm at a spot where I'm kind of in the middle of two things right now. Still waiting on some stuff for Allis and chains so I can get that project kind of underway. I think you're gonna like it. I hope, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. So I thought in the meantime, I can get this guy out and work on it. Now guys, yes, indeed, this absolutely will not be ready to go for wheat season here in another 2 weeks. So, but I mean, doesn't mean I can't get some stuff started on it. I mean, I got to go through and paint the frame all up and maybe start scratching stuff up a little bit. I need a lot of things. I got to get a fuel tank strap here. Need a piece of curved pipe. That probably still won't shut this truck up at all. I got an air lake back there I got to take care of. So, and not to mention, the inside of this truck is absolutely disgusting. I got to do something about all this. So I thought maybe I could get it over by the shop, get it there. Get it over by the shop, get it washed, maybe do something with all this. Maybe even raise up the box and fix the air leaks and paint the frame. You know, there's so many things. And this truck might not even be ready to go for harvest season for soybeans and corn. Might have been one of those trucks where I just said, yeah, I'll take it, and then now I got a lot of work to do that's maybe more. Oh well. Sounds cool. Yeah. Just gonna let that baby sit there and build some air pressure so I can pull it over here. Yeah. That's definitely gonna be a lot of work, guys. Hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully it'll... Let's just leave it at hopefully for right now. All right, let's get that thing out of where it's sitting. Well, there's that. Cool, one less problem. Now, the other question I have is, where are those going? Guys, since there's so many things that need to be done to this whole thing, you know, like find a name for it, since she's pretty ripe, maybe we'll call it Optimus Primer. I like it. Optimus Primer it is. So I pulled that gas tank strap out, fuel tank, sorry truckers, trying to get it. So now the downside is, guys, I need to cut this. See, nothing's coming through, but everything's ripe everywhere. Kind of hate that, but nothing I can do about that. This truck's got a lot of history, and it's got 835,000 miles on it, so she's gonna have a spot or 10. Now, maybe you can't exactly take my grinder out here, because, I mean, it ain't gasoline, it's diesel, so it isn't like it's gonna explode, and there's not really the fumes, but either way, I'm still just going to take my Sawzall out here and just cut it with the Sawzall, because that's going to be nice and spark free. And I think that's going to be the answer. I don't know that I'm going to find a gas fuel tank strap for this thing in my town today. I need a 5-inch. You can tell that's been on here since the truck's been painted, because they got some on it. That's kind of a testament. That's probably held up very, very well. Probably won't find that in my town today, so I'm going to have to get that from eBay or somewhere. What else we got here? These ones holding on. These ones are holding on, I think. Yes, they are for now, and that's fine. I'm going to be painting the entire frame and the tanks and the wheels of this anyway. I didn't find a good reason for these things, these T's that are plugged off. Everything that needs air behind me's got air. Lift axle, all 6 chambers, so I don't know why those are there, so I'm gonna eliminate them. That's what I'm gonna do, and plug them off from the source. If I don't need them, I don't need them. Haven't needed them yet, so there's that. What else do we got here, guys? I think first, guys, I might as well Sawzall that tank strap off, and then I'll get the blasting half of the power wash and sandblaster out and just let this frame have it. Hopefully there's still, I think it's got 3 frames all sandwiched in there. Hopefully at least one of them still holds up after this is all said and done. But nevertheless, guys, it's all going to be shiny and painted in the next little while here, so that's good. Tanks and all. Even that's going to make the truck look that much better. I don't worry about getting inside. Boy, guys, I think the mice have made their way in here for quite a little time, but I'm going to eliminate their source of income here very quick. There, well, let's get this guy out of the way. I guess the best thing I can do, guys, just start checking stuff off the list, one at a time. All right, well, that wasn't so bad. Wonder how about the bolt back here holding this on. That's got to go too. How can I even see in there? Too bad this wasn't a deck over, cab over. I can just tilt the cab forward and see what I'm needing to see. But alas, no, that's not the case. So I got to chop that bolt out of there too, or try and impact it out. Because yeah, this is off, but that's only half the problem, guys. Please stand by. Okay, so a 3/4 there. It only means the 3/4 probably goes on the other side, I hope. Do I have enough impact? Oh yeah, no, actually. Okay, well, it sort of worked. Did I get it? I did. Ha. Are you trying to tell me that worked? That is exactly what you were trying to tell me. Well, geez, friends, that's a good news day. Let me get these pieces in a safe place like the back of my truck so I can take them to town. And you know, since I'm standing here, what do you think the chances of me getting this piece of pipe off are? Sometimes things work out, but I fear this may not be one of them. Well, I ain't gonna get nowhere if I don't try. Okay. Well, that kind of answered itself. Maybe I give it a little bit more, it'll just rip right off. A little more. Okay, so that problem solved itself. Now, guys, I wonder if I could just take you can't see that, I'm standing right in front of you. I wonder if I could take a sleeve or something and just make that not that. Can't hurt anything. The rest of this pipe's got some strength to it. Just got a little failure right here, so I don't know. Let me come back to that, friends. I'm not gonna, at least I got the junk off of it right now, so there's that. I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. There, friends, after a little gentle persuasion, I mean, that's not going to be the right answer, but it's going to be the right now answer. Piece of 5-inch flex pipe will fill that gap. Probably keep most of the noise up there instead of, well, the smoke's really all I care about. I don't care about the noise. I need people to hear me coming regardless. So I got my power washer out. I'm going to grab some of that media blasting material and let that poor frame have it. Hopefully when we get done, there's enough frame left to paint. That'll be good. Yep, Optimus Primer was the right name for you, big guy. Fluffy, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's about to get real noisy and wet around here. Yeah. Want to say hi to everyone? Say hi. That a girl. All right, down you go. Go catch. Get up in there and catch some mice. Okay, what do I need to do here? Let's get this show on the road. Ain't got all day. Well, guys, I think I'm just gonna wash her up a little bit first. There's a lot of stuff on the roof, and that's gonna take a little bit more finesse. I'll get to it though. Oh dear. That's a lot of truck to wash. Tell you what. How does this thing work again? There, now I'm gonna do this because I learned the hard way that when you're using that Black Diamond Media Blaster, that stuff will rip you apart when it starts ricocheting off of things, especially your lips and face and nose. Safety glasses aren't quite enough, so I'm just gonna go ahead and look ridiculous, but at least I'll be mostly safe, mostly. Guys, I'm gonna work smarter, not harder here. Well, friends, we're another morning into the future here. I kind of wanted to let that frame and wheels and everything on that dry as much as I could. Now, with that thought in mind, I also wanted to hit that frame with Imron primer because it looks so terrible. So, since we're a day into the future here, and as I'm recording this, I'm watching everybody watch Allis and Chain's video. Well, guys, I wanted to just share this with you firsthand. I mixed up all the Imron primer I got there. I'm gonna get stoned and kill two birds. I mean, get two birds stoned, and I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone here. Well, I got all the primer mixed up. I'm gonna shoot some on the frame of that truck, and I'm gonna shoot some on the frame of this tractor. I figured it only works that way super well because, well, one, I got to clean my primer gun from Imron one time. I'm not going to use Imron on the hood and the fuel tank and the other, and I'll get to that next week's video. Don't worry about that right now. But like I said, I wanted to get some primer on this truck anyway. So, and thankfully, as I'm reading the comments, you guys overwhelmingly wanted me to prime that tractor, which I am so happy about because I was really hoping that the votes would persuade what I wanted to actually do, and they did, so it's great. I think only a handful said no primer, but a couple good options, guys. A couple people for sure said maybe use no primer on something that you leave outside so we can see how fast it actually deteriorates. Well, so maybe I'll paint that field cultivator one of these days, just IH red, Tractor Supply, $60 paint, no primer, just shoot it and see what happens. But guys, we're getting off topic here. So let's get shooting. Hopefully I've got enough primer for everything. We're gonna find out. Well there, friends, I know that's not a ton of primer and it's not, you know, thicker than peanut butter on there, but for what I need it to do to stick to bare metal, well, it's sticking to bare metal. So now I got a little better chance of the black paint doing what it's supposed to do and staying on there. And like I said, 2 birds with 1 stone. So there's Allis chains all primerized. So stay tuned next week. We'll get back on this little girl. All right, friends, so here's a quick update of what has happened since the last thing that happened. Exhaust, fixed. Air leaks, fixed. Other than that, there really wasn't much. There wasn't much else to fix, I guess. Now, as for the frame and chassis of this poor girl, Optimus Primer. Well, I went and got some. Let me just show you what I did here. Stopped at my local TSC, and I got a gallon of this all-purpose oil gloss black paint. I also got this. We'll just set that on Allis chains. We'll get back to you. Don't you worry. Right now, I gotta get rid of this mess. So I didn't need the whole gallon of this stuff, guys, but at the same time, the gallon was $44, so I thought, why not? Let me do this. I'm just gonna mix up a shot of this stuff and just get shooting. That is a heavy gallon of paint. Okay. Now, I don't know how much of this it's going to take to do what I need to do, so I'm going to see if it has any type of idea of what you need to reduce it to. Okay, well, super duper. Apply 2 coats when using a bright color. Do not thin. Well, the directions are already wrong. Who knew? Well, let's see. This is going to make a heck of a mess, and I got to get some of it out. All right, well, somehow I got that exactly to 18 ounces, so that's good. Now, if you were curious, guys, any oil-based paint that I thin it with naphtha. Don't use lacquer thinner, don't use enamel, they're not the same. It's mineral spirits basically, guys, and mineral spirits is what you gotta have to thin an oil-based paint. So, let's go 22 ounces, sure, let's try that. I'd say it's thin enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a little bit of this hardener just for good measure. That's plenty. Let me get my gun rounded up and we'll see how this shoots. Okay. I like the consistency of how that comes out, guys, so yeah. Let's give her a go. There's the first tank down. Guys, that's going way better than I thought. A lot better than I hoped. Practically a brand new truck. Well, guys, that has certainly made a heck of a big difference in the way this poor old truck looks. I mean, holy cats. That's considerably better. Now, mind you, we still got a long ways to go. This truck is nowhere near grain-worthy, road-worthy. There's still a lot of stuff yet to do. And as I look at it, there's more and more things to be done. But first of all, I got to get it out of here. Let me get it fired up. Okay. Oh, I have to shake my head. Guys, I can't make this up, but you just shut your door, get a bunch of stuff right in your new paint. Excellent. That's cool. Ain't like it isn't going to get dirty again anyway, but if it could stay clean for just a day. But anyway, guys, so I got to grab a little white paint to touch these wheels up yet. I ordered a fuel tank strap. That'll be here in a couple days. I can put that in. Most of my exhaust leaks are fixed, but I still got one more up under about where the turbo pipe hooks onto another. It's leaking right there, so I got to fix that. Coolant leaks are all fixed. I got to fix the front lights, but I think I don't think that's going to be bad to fix. I think I know exactly what's wrong with those. Rear lights are all working, so at least I got brakes, turn signals, and tail lights. So one less thing to get the man after me. And now at least the frame looks so much better. It's my tailgate, she's rusted. I mean, it'll open, but it doesn't matter whether that pin's it or not. This handle, she's frozen solid, so no big deal. I had the same problem with both my other trucks, so that shouldn't be anything that I shouldn't have to lose too much sleep over. Like I said, guys, this truck's not going to win any awards, at least not yet, but that stuff all cleaned up really good. I think maybe get a little silver paint for this bumper. I got a lot of... Actually, guys, washing it made it that much better, but I still got to fix this, put rocker panels on it, fix all the rust on the box. Now, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Optimus Primer. I'm going to... Why don't that thing just sound nice? Just listen to that baby purr. She's ready to go. Well, the engine's ready, the rest of the truck's ready. But anyway, nevertheless, guys, that's going to do it for me, an Optimus Primer today. Back to Allis and Chains next week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
My name is Optimus Primer. I have been sent here to JT from using smaller gas-powered trucks. I am a 671 turbo-powered panty-dropping monster. And I'll haul more ass than a toilet seat.